I didn't press the button. Thank you. Well, I'll have to remind Jillian she needs to pay attention to my to editing my videos when they go over to YouTube. Um, but now you should be able to hear me. Yeah, I didn't press the button. I prep and everything, like get myself a cup of tea and things like that, and I don't want you guys to like be while I'm rummaging around be be like, what is she doing? But we're making Tuscan herb chicken tonight with over a creamy tomato linguine. I have all my ingredients out. I'm in linguine. I have my chicken breasts. I have my garlic, a Tuscan heat spice packet that they say has garlic, basil, rosemary, cayenne pepper, oregano, and fennel. Cream cheese, parmesan, and my Roma tomato. And then so the water's all doing that, I'm going to cut up the Roma tomato right now. I'm trying to decide how to do it's like it's just diced. It's nothing fancy. I'm just going to get rid of that now. Thinly slice. So we're going to thinly slice 2 of the cloves and we're going to finely chop. So I usually just put everything through my garlic press, which right now is dirty. Darn it. I didn't do dishes before I cooked tonight, and I'm realizing that was probably a poor choice on my part. It's fine. Lesson learned. And our dishwasher is quite noisy, so I don't want to do that right now. And there are quite a few dishes to do over the past just like 2 days. So I'm just going to dice this up. I'll actually ping you over to island cam. It's going to spin around in a couple different ways. Sorry. You can see my little mound of everything here. Oop. Yep. So I'm just I cut this one for some reason in quarters first, and I don't know what was possessing me to do that. I could also have done a couple other things a little bit differently for this, but I think we're pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Diced. And then we're gonna, so I'll just move that over to one side so I can thinly slice a couple of these, and then I'll chop up one of them much finer. I wonder if this is even as thin as they want it. I'm probably not doing it quite nearly as thin as they are expecting. Let me get the little heads off there. My dog's being obnoxious and I don't know why. Oh, these are much thinner. I need to invest in a mandolin. Not that that would really work out for garlic. Because garlic, I've done a microplane, but it's easier just, where did that piece go? I don't see it. It must have landed in the trash. I usually just use a garlic press. I didn't remember to do dishes, so we're just doing things a little differently tonight, which is fine. I need to not stab myself while I'm cooking. It would be also good. We'll see how that turns out. Yeah, that's a nice, it's not like super finely chopped, but it's fine enough chopped that it's not the slices. And I think that's going to make a big difference in everything. So water's boiling. While that's boiling, it says to pat the chicken dry with paper towels and a big drizzle of olive oil. Put it in a bowl and then do salt, pepper, and the Tuscan spice mix. So let me pop back over to my camera so you can see me, because I don't think that's going to be very interesting personally. I am going to put this aside real quick. Just a little out of the way. I have this. Let me get a bowl. I guess I'll use this bowl. Okay. Let's open it over the sink in case any juice flies out at me. Ugh, I hate. It's like, I don't know, I can't explain how I feel about raw meats. They're just not pleasant to me in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, no, that's Harley Quinn. My wife Jillian collects, or did collect. She doesn't collect as much as she used to. Collects Harley Quinn things. She worked for Warner Brothers for 4+ years, I think it was. So she had quite a collection going for that. Ugh. The like membraney thing on the chicken. I don't like that. Ugh. The water is starting to boil. I don't know how I feel about this piece of chicken. I don't know. Looks fine. It looks like a piece of chicken. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know how I feel about raw meats. Are just not my thing. I know. Oh, we're gonna put in the linguine. I know, I just did like the big whole smell test. I mean, it just looks different than the other piece, which is, I think maybe it was just the packaging, the way it was packaged. So we're gonna put the pasta in, get that cooking really well. I have to get it in the pot. I am gonna be using a different pan than I normally use too, because my favorite pans are. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, go for it. I'm trying to get my. Pasta to all be in the water. I don't like to break my pasta in half. Oh, I love the Steve Miller Band, so that's probably, yeah, no, I'll probably enjoy that. There we go. That's doing that. How long do I do my pasta for? Alexa, set a timer 9 minutes. Sorry if anyone has Alexa. Okay. So I need to put these in a bowl with some olive oil, which I'm like completely. I just need to turn that down just a little bit. Has a large. Hello. How are you tonight? This is a large drizzle. Oh, that was probably too much oil. And then we got, it says to put it with this and the salt and pepper. So we're doing with half of this. It says there's a tablespoon here, so we'll do Just about, come on. Is that about right? Yeah, probably. Hello! Hi! Everybody must be coming over. I know I'm streaming later than I normally had been this week. I had been streaming much earlier because I just the way life worked. I was like, oh, dinner time. Let's go do this now. Okay. I have to like flip this over a bunch of times and really get in there with my... So tonight's recipe is pretty simple because I'm using the meal kit, and the meal kit didn't like have a lot of steps to it this evening. But I am more than welcome to hang out with you all. I do use meal kits mostly. We will be doing some things tomorrow that will not be a meal kit. We'll be making a roast chicken and some kind of roasted potato probably. And I'm not sure if anything else. And because the chicken is going to take so long, we're probably going to be doing some baking. But I haven't figured out what to do with the baking because we don't want to keep opening and closing the oven too many times. 2, I don't want it to smell like chicken. And 3, I don't want it to, I don't want to have to use the oven if I don't have to, kind of thing. Okay, so that's good there. I think I got these pretty well coated. One's a little more heavily seasoned, it looks like, but once you put it in the pan, that kind of changes things. Sorry. Add that. Make sure to reserve the half a cup of pasta water. I tend to forget that, and I just read my cute little chef tip, which was, you may notice that we pretty much always ask you to reserve a bit of pasta cooking water before draining. It's a good habit to get into. Wondering what makes this cloudy water so darn special? It's salty and starchy, and those magical starches help emulsify your sauce, turning it silky smooth. Basically, it makes good pasta great. And I was like, oh, okay, I can deal with that. So we're going to spin me over. I'm probably going to change cameras so that you guys can see me while we're doing this. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see my dishes. I think I did the camera angles so that you don't. But I'm not positive, and this is not a live feed that's in front of me. The live feed is over there because I haven't figured out a way to make things work over here. I also have to figure out a couple other things. So, but yes, you cannot see my dishes. I have a pile of dishes right now. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna bring these over here. We're gonna bring everything over here. I was saying earlier that my wife Jillian, who is Pinball Princess Jillian here on YouTube, I mean on Twitch, she said that I will never be like a professional Twitch personality for cooking, like for like talking about things and everything. And today was a pretty good day for me, so that's good. That will not be my forte because I'm left-handed, and you know what happens when you're left-handed? You turn the pan the wrong way towards this camera and my other camera when I'm doing things, because I need to scrape with my left hand, and because of how this is positioned, it doesn't work out. I'm just going to move that over there. That was another dish that apparently I had. Last night I made beer bread, so I was noshing on that before you guys all came on, and it was good, but Jillian asked me why I wasn't streaming it last night. I'm like, okay, so I take a bowl and I put all the mix in it, and then I add a beer. Like, there's nothing special about that. Thank you. So we're going to heat a drizzle of olive oil in the pan. This is not my favorite pan. It heats a lot quicker than the other pans we have. And it just doesn't, I don't know, it's just not great. I am left-handed. So I'm left-handed. I have a cousin that's left-handed. My dad's left-handed. We're pretty sure my grandfather was left-handed. And then my boss is left-handed currently. And I feel like there's someone else at work that's left-handed, and I can't remember who that is. But yes, I'm left-handed. And so you'll find that when I go to plate things, I will use this hand for the pan and this hand to scrape things. So the back of the pan, the bottom of the pan is to you on there. And I already have 4 cameras. I don't really need more. Hey. Yes, I am left-handed. And welcome to the club. And I'm so left-handed that it's stronger on my left, but it also means that I can't do both things with my left hand at the same time. So I could be holding the pan with it, which we have pretty heavy pans for some of the pans that I use, but then I'm not as good at scraping things out. And then I can hold it with the right hand because that's easier for me, but then I have to scrape with my left hand, and I can scrape better with my left hand. I don't know. So that should be good. We're going to put the chicken in. We're going to lower it a little bit because this one tends to cook a little high. It says to put it on medium, but I feel like this is just not going to. And we already put olive oil all over this chicken, so there's so much olive oil in here. There's not really a way to put more spices on the chicken. I'm trying to get every last bit. Though it looks like we're going to add the rest of the spice packet when we make the sauce. So I didn't put a ton on the chicken. I did put a substantial amount, but I didn't put it as much as you would think you put on it, because I found that when you're doing that, it doesn't, the chicken just doesn't work out. Like the meats, most of that stuff comes off on the bottom of the pan. And that's not really what I'm going for. I'm just sorry, my eyes are looking over at chat, if you see me looking over there, because I can't see otherwise. My Alexa's about to go off. Alexa, stop. So it says 6 to 8 minutes per side for the chicken. I'm going to grab another cutting board for when the chicken's done. I have like 4 cutting boards going right now. This is a little ridiculous. And we move these over. Move that there. Ugh. I don't know how my kitchen counter is dirty already. One of these is going to be done quicker than the other because one is thinner. Oops, I didn't mean to flip that. So I'm just making sure it doesn't stick to the pan. I hate that. I hate when it sticks to the pan because then you're like, but I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm cooking, right? Okay, let's check this pasta. My pasta spoon. I just don't want it to be too al dente because I like it al dente, but not that al dente. Oh, no, that's done. Because we're also going to put it in the sauce. Sorry. Just moving some dishes so that I can strain the pasta. Because I didn't think this through earlier. And I was like, I'm going to stream right now. No. No, you're not. Ugh. I forgot that I had emptied out the meat containers in there. So, whoops. Come on. Oh, there's one of my favorite pans. Good job. I was soaking it. There we go. Yeah, no, this... Come on. Get down the thing. There we go. Okay. So chicken is doing pretty good. We're gonna take this pot and strain it. And hope that all goes well. Okay. I'm gonna strain the pasta. I almost dropped the pasta. I think I have extra of this type of pasta, so it wouldn't have been the end of the world, but it wouldn't have been the best thing in the world. This week, I have 5 more kits from EveryPlate, which is the pasta, which is the meal kit that I'm currently using for the most part. I have to go on and see if I'm going to do anything with the there's a other meal kit I use that's locally sourced, so it has local meats, it has local produce, it has all that good stuff. But they last week I skipped it, so for this week I didn't even bother getting it. But I have to decide before I go to work tomorrow, because if I wait till after, I tend to forget that that's supposed to be a thing. Let me grab my meat thermometer and see where we're at for the chicken that is thicker. The thinner one will probably be done pretty soon, but this one I'm questioning. Oh yeah, that has a while to go. I don't know how to make that faster. I don't think there's a way to make that faster. But while we're waiting for that to do, I'm going to take out my other different things for the other meal kit. So for this week, I did get a rice bowl. I picked out 5 more recipes because I get 5 a week right now. And it comes out to be about what I would spend at the grocery store anyway on food. Actually, I'd probably get a little bit more bang for my buck at the grocery store. However, I don't have any food waste this way, which I kind of enjoy. Instead of buying a whole pack of like 6 or 8 chicken breasts, I get 2. And I don't have to worry about, what's going on. Like, when I'm going to eat it, am I going to eat enough of it to make it worth it? Okay, so that one's not quite done yet. This one is going to take longer. I might actually have to cut this one in half. Yeah. I'm going to have to cut that one in half, I think. I don't know how else I'm going to get that to come up to temp. So let me bring that back over here. I actually didn't start learning really how to cook until I was 35. I'm 36 now. I had a lot of stuff happen in my life that discouraged me from doing so, and there was not the support I needed behind it. And now I have the support I need, and that's been great because it's really made a huge difference in my life. on accomplishing things. I'm just going to take this big one out real quick and cut that in half because it's going to take a lot longer, and I don't know if that's what I want to do. So I'm just going to cut it over here, and we'll just have to not use this cutting board. Going, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. That was just way too thick for what it was. I have been doing a lot better. I've learned a lot of things. The original meal kit I started with was the one that's local. That one is not for beginners. So these kits, the EveryPlate, is really good and simple for people to learn how to cook. Sorry, my nose got itchy. The local one that I use called Local Basket is meant for people that enjoy cooking and want it a little easier, but most of their recipes use words I've never heard of, are more elaborate in their directions and things like that, so it's really kind of tough. It was definitely a sharp learning curve to learn how to do things. Okay, so that one's done. This one I know is not done. But it's going to be done a lot quicker than it was going to be before, because before there were some rough temperatures going on before I cut that in half. Okay. So this one's done, and that looks actually really good. I don't know if you... It's like nice and herbed and... Oh. But the other one needs a little TLC, I think. And the thing I also don't like about this pan, aside from the fact that it's like the perfect size, I just don't enjoy it, is that the handle gets hot versus our other ones. They use like different metals and things, and the handles don't get hot. So let me see here. Where am I at for my temperature? Not quite there. Almost there. I also should probably flip it just to give me a little... Because there's no dinner bell yet. It's coming soon. Calm down. Jillian just came up and so. You're hungry? Oh, I'm sorry. But I was going over, I had to cut that one in half because it was too thick. But next week I have Vietnamese steak bowls, crispy panko chicken, cranberry glazed pork chops, caramelized onion burgers, which I'll make sure to use half the amount of onions, I'm sure, and chicken sausage penne, which sounds really good. So we have a bunch of different things. I'm going to take my ingredients and put them all in this bowl because that's where all my stuff goes. And as I use it, the bowl gets more empty, and then I'm like, oh, yep, must be time to order my new meal kit. Ooh, cranberry jam. I'm excited about that one. So I'll put this away. That chicken is probably good, but then I have to make the sauce, which is not a problem. That's going to be a quick one. Oh, yeah, that's done. Oops. Okay. Now, it says in the same pan, trim once cool enough to handle, thinly sliced crosswise. We're going to melt some butter in this pan. Ooh, I had the butter. What did I do with the butter? Oh, I have exactly 2 tablespoons of butter right here. So we're going to melt that 2 tablespoons of butter. If any of you aren't already following, make sure to do that. That's the best way you guys can support me. And if you ever want to know when I'm going to be actually doing, don't you mess with my camera. Don't touch it. Why? What are you going to do?
Nothing. I was going to show everyone the pile of dishes.
No. I already talked about the pile of dishes and said you can't see it because I perfectly did my camera.
But that would be the best way to support you, is to have someone come and do your dishes.
Well, I mean, that would be the best way to support me. But these people aren't local. But yes, if you can, if you want to know when I'm going to stream, right now I don't really have a set schedule, or it's kind of rough day to day. I, um, I, sorry, she distracted me. I'm adding the sliced garlic. So that's the sliced garlic. Oh, come on. Is that I have a Twitter and an Instagram. It's muffin_lives is my current Instagram, and my current Twitter. That I usually give like a 5 to 10 minute, like, hey, I'm about to go live, like, little, like, this is what's going on today. That smells good. Okay, add tomato. We're going to add the tomato. Tomato. We're adding the tomato. We're adding the rest of the spice packet. You can see, I'll zoom over to my stove cam. I'm going to do my salt. I even turned that down and it's still so bubbly. Stirring until softened. Yeah, I got to turn that down. That is super hot. This is also my hottest burner on this stove. We have a gas stove, and this one is the hottest. I also forgot to reserve the pasta water. Good job. Now what are we doing? We're going to stir in the cream cheese, half the Parmesan. Then we're going to stir in the pasta.
How much longer?
I'm about to put the pasta back in just a second.
Can you bring it down to me?
Yeah. I suppose I can do that. Love you. I'm going to actually take a little bit of water because I need to bring this up. There we go. I was just going to make things a little more liquidy because it's changed from liquid to not liquid very quickly earlier. But there we go. Oh, that's so good. I'm just trying to get the cream cheese to all blend in. Okay, so now it says to put in the pasta, which of course I let sit too long. We're just going to coat this in the creamy sauce. Get that nice and covered and coated and really incorporated into each other, because you can still see there's some spots that aren't quite coated yet, so we really want to get in there and get that going. And then there we go. What else do I need to do? Nothing. Now I'm dividing it between plates. Oh. That was a very quick stream tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I was hoping it was going to be longer, but it's just not. I don't even know. Where is this other garlic? Where was the other garlic supposed to go? Huh. I don't know. That's weird. Was it supposed to go? Oh, it was supposed to go with the chicken in the original bowl where we flavored everything. Let me get a good knife for cutting the chicken. Ta-da! And get in there and cut that on the bias. And then we have this one. Come on, chicken. Trying anyway. This chicken is like stubborn. Stubborn chicken. I mean, I don't know. I'll have to figure out a way so that I can face you guys while I'm doing some of this. I guess it's fine. It's fine. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this meal now. It's just, it's fine. It's not great. It's not wowing me. But there is enough pasta, thankfully, to be split really well between the two plates. So that's good. Let me get a little bit extra of that. Some more tomatoes. It's a very dark dish. I feel like it looked brighter in the picture. I don't know. Let me get some of my good pieces of chicken on here. It does smell good, so that's good. Some little tidbits of chicken. See why I just couldn't cut this. I don't know what its deal was, but yeah. Tuscan chicken. It was really simple tonight, really quick tonight. I have to work at 7 in the morning. Thank you. But here it is. I'm going to put a little bit of Parmesan on top. I could just grate it myself. I have a giant block of Parmesan in the refrigerator, but they give me this, so I might as well use it, or just use more of it in the sauces and then make it extra creamy and stuff. But yeah, there's dinner tonight. Tuscan herbed chicken. With creamy tomato linguine. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it now that, like, but um, I just wish it was like, I don't know, because I was using all those other um, meal kits. The easier ones are a little weird to me because I don't have to do as many steps, so I like kind of like feel like I'm missing something. That there's nothing, but there's nothing extra for me to do. Like that's just the way it is. That does taste good. I'm just putting some extra bits of chicken in Jillian's, so she'll be happy. I have to bring that down to her soon, so I might have a thank you. I'm actually gonna take a bite. Usually she gives me my fork, but she's streaming right now downstairs, so she didn't have a chance to do that. So, a little bit of chicken, a little bit of noodles, some of the cheese. Yeah, no, it's good. Nice simple meal, but it is much darker than I expected it to be. A little bit of spice in there, which is nice. And thank you everyone for joining me. I greatly appreciate it as always. Follow me here. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe. Same channel name, Upbeat Duck. And then right now my Twitter and Instagram is muffin_lives. It might change over to Upbeat Duck, but as of right now it's muffin_lives. And thank you. Night, everyone.